Sean, there's another device that we are really keen on with Williams Horn, and that's the ability to do some bottle fills.
Yep.
You have a filler that we know works pretty well, but we haven't seen in action yet. You can explain it to us?
Absolutely. So this is what's called a counter pressure bottle filler. And the concept with this is that we can take carbonated beverage and put it into bottles and fill it without foaming, because that is typically what happens, without oxygen, seal it, and you've got beer that will last for months.
Good. What do we get in the box?
So this is the main unit. This is called the bottling head and the main bracket. We have this back plate that forms part of the support, and we have these base plates that work with our suction caps to then allow you to floor mount it. Alternatively, with these screws, and we're not going to do this, but with these screws you can wall mount it. And then what else it comes with is the various gas and beer plumbing, which needs to go together in a certain way to enable you to fill beers. It's like Meccano.
Okay, well, you can show me the way.
I'm going to put it together for a floor stand. So first thing is the back plate. You'll see two small holes and two large holes. The two large holes go at the bottom, right? The two small holes are going to be used by these screws. By pushing the screw through, and we'll start to just get that connected at the back. So nice and just kind of finger tight, you know. Right.
Good. This goes to the bottom to strengthen the base.
Yep.
We turn it this way around and we can see what's
that's
actually happening.
Very good idea.
There we go. So easy as this.
Yep. So I'll pass those through. We'll pass that one through.
Okay. We've got these top nuts that we can put on. And these suction cups are important because there's going to be some pressure on this.
Well, yeah, you're also moving. It's a mechanical device, and it really needs to stay in place.
Right.
We're in good shape.
In good shape. Okay, now we can make a stand up. Right,
you
got
go.
yourself a bottler.
Yep. And when we use those suction caps, you'll see that it's actually quite rigid, right?
Nice. All right, next we need probably to get the lines connected.
Yep. So there's something to point out here. We've got a couple of different lengths of tube because and they actually need to be cut to size, but depending on the size of bottle that you're filling, you want the tube to go to the base of the bottle. So this one works really well with our 500ml bottles, and if you have the larger growlers and you wind this mechanism down, so that's just a simple winding mechanism here to increase bottle size, then we have the ability to put larger bottles.
So you can actually fill growlers with this as well?
2 litre growlers, yep. So I'm going to pop that in. I made it nice and straight. So that's the first one. Push it in nice and firm. Now, I'm not going to connect up here just yet, but what I'm going to do is on the one that's closest to us, or it's on the left-hand side as you're looking at it from front on, that is our beer line. So again, we're pushing in and we're just pulling up to make sure that's a firm grab. And with our black for beer, pushing it in, giving it a grab, and that's ready now to actually connect to the keg.
Okay, awesome.
So on the left here we have the beer line, and on the right we have the gas lines.
What do these do?
So they control the flow. When they are fully wound tight, there is no flow of beer, no flow of gas, because what you want to do is control first the flow of gas to fill the bottle and pressurize the bottle, then the flow of beer. So it's an interesting little combination maneuver.
So to connect the gas lines, that's what's left at the moment here. How would you go about doing that?
So this connects to the keg. We're familiar with that. We've got a short line and a long line, and typically the short line will run gas bottle to keg, and the longer line will run keg to filler. So that's what we'll do. We'll take the short one, and if you want to pop that in there, I'm going to now connect that. So that's again nice and tight.
Just to be honest here, there's a T-piece here, so it means that you're going to have gas going to both the tap as well as to the other line, which ends up filler now.
That's correct, and it's the same pressure of gas, which is actually really important as part of the process. So, and then the last piece is to get it into and pull it out, and we're tight, and we're good.
Good, that's it. So you think we're ready to go?
I think we're ready to go.
Good. One of the important things about filling that I think we just have to stress is make sure your bottles are clean. Because it doesn't help you spend all this time making really, really good beer,
Yeah.
and then you actually end up putting them in vessels that are not clean. And I found a really easy way to do that, is pop them in the dishwasher.
Yep, no, too right.
This is always the adventurous part. What do I put first in? Beer line or the gas line?
Well, the first thing you do is you wind all of these away from you. So the one on the left is actually counterclockwise to close it. The one on the right, both of them on the right are clockwise. But the way to think of it is you're winding them away from you. What that means is there's going to be no beer, no gas coming out of here. We don't want mess, we don't want spillage. We don't like that, do we, Hendrik?
It's closed.
It's all closed, so we're good. So that means now that you can actually put the beer line onto the beer.
Okay. Beer line's on.
Yep, and then gas line onto the gas. Now, the beer in here is sitting at about 1.2 bar, and we're going to use a similar pressure, so 1.2 bar, to push the beer through. Because we want to keep the carbonation level the same all the way through. So the next thing is we use this handle here, we push down, and we get a nice little snug fit. If it's not a snug fit, you wind clockwise to bring it up, counterclockwise to bring it down.
What's next?
We'll turn the gas on. So I'm going to turn the gas on here. I'm going to check the pressure. So we're actually at about 1.3 bar. I'll bring that down just a little bit. I've got it open. We're at 1.2. Now here's the important sequence of events. These buttons are not things that you want to use randomly, right? First thing we want to do is we want to put some CO2 into the bottle. We only use this once, so we're going to open it up, put some gas in, and the way you can tell if there's any gas going in is you can see that that's pressurized. We've let a little bit of air escape, and we wind that up.
Okay, close it again.
Yep, and we're ready to start filling.
The bottle's now under pressure, it's got CO2 gas in it.
Correct. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to start filling. So we're going to unwind this one. Now, the thing to notice is the fill rate. You don't want to fill these too quickly. And what we're seeing right now is a pretty good fill rate. What we're going to do though, is we're going to open up this gas bleeding valve to let
a little bit of the gas out, otherwise you start getting an equilibrium between the pressure here and the pressure in your keg, which means nothing is going to start flowing.
So what you need to be ready to do here is as it starts to get up towards the top of the neck, we want to turn the beer off. So now all we're doing is just going to take it off, slight pop.
Simple as that.
We've got foam in the top, which actually protects the beer from oxygen. And we've got a filled bottle.
This almost looks too easy.
I've used many bottle fillers over the years. This is by far and away the easiest one I've ever used.
We can get the bottles from you guys as well.
We've sourced these, the glass quality and the porcelain quality is really good.
Once I've put my beer in bottles like these, how long can I keep it, John?
My recommendation for putting beer in bottles is, make sure you're drinking it within 2 or 3 months. Beer manufacturers will rate their beer for 9 or 12 months, but I guarantee if you drink beer that's that old, you will taste the difference between that and a fresh beer. So keep it cold, keep it in a fridge, keep it in a dark place. It will comfortably go for 3 months, or longer, but if it's 3 months, that's too long in my books.
For sure.